Hi, my name is Jamie with clickthemouse.ca, and this is my awesome husband,
Brad. Hi.
And today we're talking about taking your toddler or baby to Disney World on your next Disney vacation.
So we've done multiple trips to Disney World and Disney parks. We've done a Disney cruise, all of which, well, not all of which, we actually went before we had kids, but our last several have been obviously with kids, toddlers, babies. And you always hear, well, I'll wait to go to Disney World until my kids are teenagers or until they're at least preteens. Why would I take my kid at an age when they can't remember it? Why would I take my kid at an age when they can't go on all the rides? Why take my kid on an age when they might have a temper tantrum or are still not potty trained? All of which are good questions, but the truth is there is something at Disney World for everyone. And to us, some of my best memories are taking my kids, even as babies, to the Disney parks. It's just a different type of trip. When you go with teenagers and adults, obviously you're just running around trying to go on as many rides, thrill rides, those types of experiences as you can. But when you have these little guys, you tend to really see the magic of Disney. You slow down, you take in the parades, you take in the shows, you spend a lot more time at your resort for naps and for pool time, and it's a very different trip, but it's no less magical, it's no less wonderful. I don't think there is a right or wrong age to take your kid. I think you can take them as babies. I think you can take them as toddlers.
Well said. And we actually took our daughter when she was only 4 months old.
She was only 4 months.
Yeah, and people thought we were kind of crazy, but you know what? She was super easy and chill and just hung out, and she loved touching Mickey's nose. Like, oh, that was such a special moment when she touched Mickey's nose and was looking at him like, who is this?
And when she reached out for Buzz and Woody and in their room, Andy's room.
Oh, yeah, and Buzz was holding her little feet. Like, we have those pictures. It's so special.
And you'll be surprised what your kids remember. Like we took the boys back when they were 2, and they still talk about that trip 4 years later.
Yeah. And the biggest bonus too about taking any kid under 3 is that they're free.
One of the biggest complaints or concerns people have when they talk about, well, should I bring my kid to Disney World, is, but we can't go on so many of the rides because of the height requirements. But this is the beauty of Disney World, is the place is designed for kids that can't go on those rides. Yeah. A lot of the stuff that you skip over are some of the neatest experiences, especially when you see them through your kids' eyes. Yeah. To see whether it be Peter Pan or Winnie the Pooh, or to see the Little Mermaid ride in Fantasyland. Some of that stuff that you just skip over or think, why wait in that line, are some of the best experiences. But not only the ones that have huge lines and that you have to utilize valuable fast passes for, but even some of the shorter ones. Like our kids, when they were 2, when we took them to the Monsters, Inc. Laugh Factory, that is one that, again, if you take your teenagers, they'll groan at some of the jokes. They're not going to enjoy it as much. Well, depending on your kids, some might like it, but a lot will be like, yeah, that's kind of lame. Your kids love those rides. And when you take them, when you go to the Country Bear Jamboree with your 2-year, I mean, when you go there as an adult, it's like, oh, this again. You take your kid, they are mesmerized by this stuff. They see it with just new eyes, and it allows you to see it with new eyes too. So now let's head on to some of our tips and hints for how to just make it an easier experience and a better experience when you bring your toddler or your baby. First, number one is make sure to bring a stroller. Now, you can rent a stroller at the park. Those are incredibly expensive. You can also...
And they're bulky to push.
They are very bulky. Yeah. I think there are companies, you would know more about this than I do, that can rent decent strollers.
Yeah, there's a stroller rental company that I highly recommend called Kingdom Strollers, and what they will do is they'll actually deliver right to your hotel room and then pick up at the end of your trip. And I want to say it's about $60 for the whole week.
It's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
If you have a good stroller, I would, and you can deal with getting it through the airport and all that kind of stuff, which, I mean, they store it for free. It's a free carry-on, and then they store it under the plane. If you can bring your own and it's a hefty one, it's good for travel, good for long distances over a day. I still think that's the best recommendation. Number two, stay at a resort that is on the monorail and Magic Kingdom area.
Yes, yeah. If you can afford it, those hotels are deluxe hotels,
And
so
they're
they're
expensive.
priced a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So, but if you can afford it, it would make your day a whole lot easier.
Yes.
Mostly because you don't need to fold down the stroller on the monorail or the boats.
Well, and it's so quick. At that age range, yes, you're going to go to Animal Kingdom. Yes, you're going to go to Epcot. Yes, you're going to go to Hollywood Studios. You're going to do a bunch of different stuff. But primarily, you're going to be at Magic Kingdom. That's where, when you're dealing with toddlers, you're dealing with babies, that's where you're going to spend most of your days. And so, quickest, easiest access is there. If you can afford it, it's a great tip. Tip number 3. Utilize rider swap. Now, there's a lot we can say about rider swap. It's a kind of there's lots of ways that you can utilize it to actually go on multiple rides a whole bunch of times and really take advantage of the FastPass Plus system. But really simple. Explain how does it work. One parent or one guardian can go with go on a ride with a fast pass, or just go on a ride. If they show the person, the attendant that's working the front of the ride, hey, there's the baby. We're
going to utilize rider swap.
We're going to utilize rider swap. What happens is you're given a ticket that is good for 1 to 3 more people to go on the fast pass system right after that first person gets off, whether or not they're using fast pass.
Well, not even right after. The ticket will have a return time, and it can be sometimes a few days later, or even just up until that night. So if your kid's having a temper tantrum and you can't, do the rider swap and go on that ride right away, then you can just always, utilize
it's good
later.
For a while. So it's a great system. So maybe you were worried about, I want to go on Space Mountain, I want to go on Thunder Mountain, I want to go on Splash Mountain, but I know my kid isn't tall enough for it. Use the rider swap. Great way to do it. All right, number 4. Plan your nap times. Your kids aren't going to make it from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I promise you, they're not. Again, this is another benefit of staying on a Disney World resort property, is you can get to your resort and back rather quickly.
Yep.
But plan your nap times, use them. Obviously, this means, yes, less time at the parks, but it means less breakdowns, less temper tantrums, less crying, happier family. Yeah. And it also means more time at the pool, more time just resting, more time taking a vacation. It's not a bad thing. So plan your nap times and utilize them.
Yeah. What I actually suggest doing is waking up in the morning, get breakfast, use those extra magic hours, or get there right at park opening, and then just going. And once the park starts to fill up around 11, 1 o'clock, then head back to your hotel, do lunch, a nap, swim, and then, head back to the parks for evening dinner and then entertainment. Number 5 is utilize baby care centers. Each park actually has a baby care center. So there's rocking chairs, there's a place to heat up bottles if you need to. It's a quiet kind of air-conditioned room, which is great for babies that kind of need that little break, or you need a place even to nurse or feed your kid or do a diaper change. Now, in each restroom, there is going to be areas to do diaper changes, but this is just kind of a nicer, quieter area. So even just to get like a little drink, have a bottle of water, and chill out. Tip number 6 is mail supplies ahead of time to your resort. So I highly recommend this for diapers, wipes. You might not want to be packing all of that stuff and then paying big, fees at the airlines. So just mail it ahead to your resort and they'll have it ready. Now, the one thing you do have to keep in mind is there is a $5 package fee per package. So when you pick up at the resort, they will charge you $5 for holding it. But even then, that's totally worth it. You don't have to worry about going off property, taking a cab to go get diapers or wipes, or even paying for them at the gift shops, because those can really add up, those ones. And number 7 is consider renting a car. It obviously isn't a money saver tip at all, but it does make for getting around the parks a little bit faster and more convenient. With the exception of Magic Kingdom, you have to go to Ticket and Transportation Center there and take the boat. All the other places to go, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, it's probably going to save some time to be in a car. And the bonus is, when you're staying at a Disney resort, is you get free parking at the parks.
Yeah, you do.
And number 8 is consider going club level. I know you're thinking, what? That's going to be a lot of money, but it's so nice. You can take a break, free drinks, free snacks, free breakfast. You also get free hors d'oeuvres and dessert in the evening. And so you kind of have that area where you can retreat to, have quiet time, a little lounge to sit down, chill, let the kids, just eat and take a break. And then, maybe go into your resort, go to the pool. But, it is awesome to have that little break and place to retreat.
It's the mommy daddy version of the baby care center. It's baby care center for adults.
It is. But the kids enjoy it too because there's snacks there.
Oh, of course. But it's just, it's nice.
So thank you for taking the time to listen to us on our tips and tricks for taking your toddler and baby to Disney. If you need help planning your next Disney vacation, make sure to contact me at jamie@clickthemouse.ca or visit me at the website www.clickthemouse.ca/Jamie, and I can help you with planning for a little kid, because I think I know quite a bit about it, having twins and then taking a baby too. So yeah, make sure to contact me and I'd love to help you plan your next magical Disney vacation.
If you like this video, take a moment, click the like right below, comment if you have any questions. We'd love to interact with you, love to know what you think. If you have any pointers for what would make it easier for people to take babies and infants and toddlers to Disney World, and of course subscribe so you can keep up with everything that we're doing and all of the different tips, tricks, and even some vlogs from the parks.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.